All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, depending on where you're joining us from today. It's another beautiful day to be here. I do not take it for granted that I have an opportunity to be before you guys once again. I am among every other person. I've missed the community, I've missed everyone. Last few days, I've been somewhat down in a way or two, but I'm better now. And I believe I'm more sound to approach the markets now. That being said, if you can hear me, um, put loud and clear in the comment section. Let's quickly hear if you can hear me. Put loud and clear in the comment section. And once that has been completed, we're going to go forward into other things we have for today. Well, so today, I really don't plan on staying here for so long. I just want to be in and out quickly, as fast as possible. Yes, as fast as possible. But I believe you guys are hearing me properly, and I believe everyone can adequately hear me speak. Yes. All right. It's another beautiful day, like I said. Yes. The market today was a bit funny, was a bit acted a bit like a nincompoop, but we are doing great and we are doing fine, and that's what matters at the end of the day. Yes, that what matters at the end of the day. Yes, that what matters at the end of the day. We took a small loss yesterday. Unfortunately, after the loss, market sold massively. But it's one of those things, basically. It's one of those things. The month of June hasn't been the best. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, it's been good. This has not really been great. Sometimes you really cannot control how the market moves, what the market do. Yes, you can only control your execution some days. Yes, so that's basically what I'm trying to do lately. Control my execution, control my execution, control my execution. Risk little, not going so much because what the market what is constantly acting in a very funny way. Most of this can be attributed to my current busy schedule. I would say because one rule I have is never put the blame on the market. So I would say one of the reasons why we've not been spot on this month is probably because of how busy I have gotten this month. Not because I plan to get that busy, but unfortunately, life just happened, yes, and I am that busy. So as a result, probably showing on our chart and whatnot. So this is me taking accountability for the loss of yesterday. Not because I felt good, but because I know that what you all trusted me enough to what take the trade and whatnot, and probably did not go so well. And for that, I'm saying I am sincerely sorry about that. Now that, by the way, um, no one really controls the market, yes. And I'm only apologizing because of what? Because of you guys. You guys are probably new in the game, and sometimes when you experience losses like this, you begin to doubt if this thing even work. I don't want you to ever think that trading doesn't work. I promise you guys, trading works. Trading works. Is it difficult? Yes, it is. But does it work? Yes, it does. So trading works. So trust me, guys. When I say we're gonna be up, we're gonna make it again. We're definitely gonna make it. Definitely, I can promise you for a fact. Yes, we are gonna make it. I can promise you for a fact. Now that being said, um, let's quickly get into what we have to do this morning, right? Let's quickly get into what we have to do this morning. Let's quickly get into what we have to do this morning. But I mean, if you can hear me, I need you to put loud and clear in the comment section, though. If you can hear me, I need to put loud and clear in the comment section, though. But let's quickly get into what we have to do this morning. Let's quickly say word of prayer, which is our Father. We thank you for another day in your presence. We thank you for another day approaching the market. We know that by your mercy and your grace today, we're going to see things differently. We're going to do things differently. Wherever we may have made errors in our previous analysis, Lord, correct and redirect our steps and help us stay afloat and help us stay abound. For in your most precious name, we pray. Amen. All right. That's by the way. So now you guys tell me, how has classes been so far? How has lectures been so far with all of the trainers and whatnot? I believe yesterday we were meant to have a class with Coach ADC, but he refused to show up because of what? No one had turned in their assignments. I was quite hot, I will not lie to you. I pleaded with him, but he chose not to show up because he says what that is us what basically what nurturing lazy people. And I know that I don't have lazy guys. Most likely you guys are just what busy. Most likely you guys got busy and what it happens sometimes, yes, but come on, guys. Let's do our best to submit our assignments and whatnot. That's one of the ways to encourage your teacher that, okay, yes, you are really taking this class is serious and what you don't see it as what a waste of time, because sometimes it's like a waste of time to them. Do you understand? When they are teaching and no one really is doing the assignments and whatnot. So please, guys, let's do our best to do our assignments. Let's do our best to do our homeworks. Let's do our best to do our classworks. Yes, that way we are what in the good books of our coaches and what everybody in general, and what we can all smile at the end of the day. Do you guys understand that, please? You all understand that we can all smile at the end of the day. Yes, but I need to confirm that you can hear me clearly. Please don't. Just let me know if you can hear me clearly, please. I need to be sure. I need to be sure that I am not speaking to myself alone. Yes, I need to be sure I am not speaking to myself alone. So please just confirm that you are hearing me clearly and what we can go ahead with the training. Please confirm you are hearing me clearly and we can go ahead with the training this morning. Do you understand? Please confirm you are hearing me clearly and we can go ahead with the training. So today I said I was contemplating between market structure and going on the chart, which one would be more beneficial to you guys. I believe from next week or so, I'm going to be walking you guys through how to apply the strategy efficiently by yourself, whereby you don't really need me calling a trade for you or anyone else calling a trade for you. Yes, it's only yourself that's what we needed will be the variable needed to what make a good trade or make a sound trade. That I'll be teaching you guys soon. Soon as soon as our coaches round up their teaching and what not. Now that being said, yes, I believe I'm going to just speak a bit on market structure. Yes, I'm going to speak a bit on market structure, and then after that, we are going to go straight into what the chart. Look at what the market has to offer us today, and then that is that. Yes, we're going to look at what the market has to offer us today, and then that is that. I'm yet to look at the charts because I try to make sure that I don't look at the charts before you guys come on the call. I want us to look at it together with fresh mind and fresh understanding and what's not. Do you guys understand? That is how I like doing it. I like doing it on the call with you guys, not before the call, but rather on the call with you guys. Do you understand me? That being said, let's quickly speak about market structure. Now, I believe in our previous classes, Coach ADC was one who took market structure, and I believe he spoke about higher highs and higher lows. Higher highs and higher lows. Do you guys remember clearly? And I believe he said when it comes to identifying trends and whatnot, you need to understand how the market moves. How the market moves from one level to another level, from one level to another level. Because with the clear understanding of how the markets move, you can make smart, informed decision. True? You can make smart, informed decision. This was his what he taught us on basically a week or two ago. I remember clearly. We did it on Zoom. Yes, on Zoom. Yes. And I'm very sure that you guys who were in the class benefited greatly. Now that being said, yes, and that by the way, who can tell me what market structure is? Who can tell me what they remember by market structure? What does it mean? How do we go about it? What does it entail? Who can tell me what market structure is in a nutshell? Can someone just tell me what market structure is in a nutshell? Who knows what market structure is? Do you know how to navigate around it? Do you know what to do around it? Do you know how to play around it? Who can tell me what market structure is in a nutshell? Market structure. Who knows what market structure is in a nutshell? Market structure is simply the language of the market. That is it in simple terms. Market structure is simply the language of the market. As you yourself, you and I converse in English, right? Market structure is how the market communicates with us. Without a clear understanding of market structure, it's just like you being in Nigeria, dropped in Japan, for instance. You can't speak Japanese unless you've learned it. Now, we're assuming that you've not learned it because somebody here may actually know how to speak Japanese and I'm speaking to my own self. But I'm just saying, supposing you've not learned how to speak Japanese, yes, and whatnot, you will definitely agree with me when I say if you were to be communicated in Japanese, you would most likely not give a response in that communication, right? Because everything they will say will be novel to you. In simple terms, will be new to you. You will be like a stranger. You will not like you will be. You are actually a stranger to that language. You're a foreigner to that language. You don't understand it. That is how it is for the market. When you don't understand market structure, most times we are just foreigners to the market. The market can be speaking a specific language, but because of what our inability to comprehend what the market is saying, we tend to what miss out on so much information, as the day goes by, and as a result, you can see people taking losses and whatnot. Understand one thing: the market is a neutral ground. Losses and profits are basically perceptions of one understanding. If you understand this right, I promise you guys that everything will make sense for you. Losses and profits are basically perceptions of one understanding. There is no, the market was positive today, or the market was, there's only a neutral market that you come with your own bias as to what the market is saying. Okay, based off my own understanding, based off my own acquisition of knowledge and knowledge brackets, I'm saying based off XYZ I'm seeing on the chart, the market is saying it's going to buy or it's going to sell today. And it's very okay to be wrong. Very much okay to be wrong. Do you understand me? It's very much okay to be wrong. But what most of us don't understand is what's one of the major reasons why you can't be wrong is because you have probably not grasped total understanding of what the market is saying to you. For instance, if you are Nigerian, yes, and I come and I'm speaking Japanese to you, when the only thing you know in Japan is probably something like come, and I say come, you're going to understand come. But when I say something like in Japanese, something like how are you today? Have you been able to deliver on all your taxes of the day for the day? You will be actually confused, looking at me with these eyes of, what is this nigga even saying? And why is that? The only reason is because you know that you don't understand Japanese. Yes, I'm in depth. Maybe you understood come, which was the basic, and that was the most you understood. It doesn't mean that you come to understand every other thing in Japan language, right? And that's how it is, and that is how it is. Pardon me. That is how it is for the market, right? The market communicates with us in the same fashion, in the same style, whereby we ought to trust learn how it speaks to us. Yes, and this is basically all there is to market structure. And now when it comes to market structure and the language of the market speaks in one way, which is what? Highs and lows. Highs and lows. The market speaks to us in highs and in lows. Yes. When you trade the market is going to communicate with you in creation of series of highs and series of lows. Not minding what has been done prior to now. For instance, gold sold massively yesterday. Yes, after we were looking at a sell, we got stopped out and gold sold massively. Now, everybody that was trying to sell gold was seeing something. The market was saying to them, I want to sell. But now, most of us took a loss. Why? Because of what? Most likely we had small stop losses, or what? We had wrong entry zone. Some people made profits. Do you understand me? But now, aside those ones who made profits, the ones who took losses, it was majorly because of what? Because of what? The market was not favoring us at the moment. Majorly because of what? The market wasn't favoring us at the moment. Do you understand me? And it's one of those things that often happens in the market. It's one of those things that often happens where? In the market. Do you understand me? It often happens in the market. Yes, unfortunately, it is just something that you have to constantly be conscious of. Now, you cannot in any way determine how your wins and losses will come. This I can assure you. You can't determine how your wins and losses will come. You can only anticipate them, predict them, and plan for them. How do you do this? You do this by what? Proper risk management. Okay, I may take a loss on gold. Like yesterday now, the loss I took on gold was a $300 loss. Was that within my risk parameter? To an extent, yes. It was within my risk parameter. $300 in loss, yes, was within my risk parameter. I'm not I'm not looking to do XYZ return. I'm not looking to make XYZ. My sole goal and my sole intention is what? Risk $300 to make $600. That was my goal yesterday. But what I ended up taking the loss of $300. And that loss was what? That loss was one that was well articulated and accounted for. Because that $300 loss could have as well become a $3,000 loss if I did not put the right systems in place to make sure that the loss was limited to just $300. And this is what kills so many traders. They assume that the trade they have, just because it looks nice and whatnot, that is the best trade there is in the market. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can say to that, because the market itself is not something that you or I can control. Honestly, it's not something that you or I can control. We only react to how it does its thing. Basically, we cannot control what the market does day in or day out. Do you guys understand me? We can't control how the market moves or what it chooses to do day in or day out. We only react to it. Now, when I mean reaction, I don't mean panic reaction. I mean anticipate, okay, the market may do XYZ. If it does XYZ, I should be ready enough to do what? XYZ. Yes, and not let the market get me off guard in such a way that I would not be able to act or implement any strategy or any defense that I may have prior to this moment. Do you understand me? And this is one of the key things that so many of us need to be we need to be constantly conscious of. Now, that being said, I'm going to be sharing my screen any moment from now. Yes, and I want you guys to see what we have on the chart. See what I mean by market structure on the chart. See how to understand market structure on the chart. Yes, for yourself. And once we are done with that, we go straight into the chart for today. Look for a setup. If there are none, we call it a day, and we will anticipate patiently for the market to give us something. So, guys, give me a minute. Let me quickly share my screen and whatnot, and let's commence immediately. All right, I'm getting my screen up. It's acting a bit slow. I don't know why. But I'm getting it up quick. Yes, you guys should see my screen in the next few minutes. And we run from here. Do you understand that? We run from here. We run from there. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. We run from there. But tell me, if you've been actively trading with us in the community, um, you've been taking lessons importantly and whatnot. What has been one of the things that has stood out for you in the classes? What is something that you believe before joining the whole program as a whole, you probably did not understand, but now it makes a lot of sense to you. A lot of sense to you. What's that one thing? Someone should someone should let me know. Someone should let me know. What's that one thing that stood out to you in recent time that before I didn't understand this thing as much, but now it makes total sense to me. What's that one thing that stood out to you? Yes, what's that one thing that has stood out for you? I honestly have another class to be in right now, but I mean, you guys are my G, so um, let's quickly do it quickly. Tell me if you can see my screen and watch not. If you can see my screen and watch not. Let me know if you can see my screen. Oh, I need to hydrate. Hold on, guys, please. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen, please. Let me know if you can see my screen. I'm currently sharing my screen. My screen is currently up. I am currently sharing my screen, and my screen is currently up. I'm currently sharing my screen. My screen is currently up. Let me know. Can you see my screen, please? Let me know. Can you see my screen? All
All
right.
right.